And I'm just going to do a demonstration for you so you see what happens when you move your fingers. You can do a wonderful leaf, but it won't be a bamboo leaf. So here's a leaf where I'm moving, you see that, moving the fingers. Okay, that's a nice leaf for maybe a different subject, but not for bamboo. And if you look at paintings, especially classical paintings, I encourage you to look at artwork from, say, before 1900. And you'll see how these various subjects were painted classically. And so all it is just press down and release. You press and release. And no matter what direction you're going in, you would do the same thing. So press and release. Because we don't want to have our leaves doing this sort of stuff. Okay, so now I showed you how to do the stem. You could also do the stem with a larger brush, but you would just use the very tip of the brush, but you can see the stroke is much larger. Okay, so that's how you do the stem, and then when you do the leaves, they don't have to start exactly where the stem is. They can start above it, like so. Okay. So you can see those three leaves really are not connected to the stem, but the viewer's eye brings it all together and connects it. So, okay, now you've seen pictures of bamboo where you have a comb, which is the stalk, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Actually, there's a trick to it, and this will make it very easy for you. Also, be sure paperweights are a good thing. If you notice, we work on very thin paper. This paper is made out of mulberry. Today it's getting harder to use the mulberry trees, so it's also made out of rice or other fibers. And it's because it's so thin and absorbent, you want to work as quickly as you can. So the whole idea is to just paint with abandon. It's not about botanically perfect paintings. It's about expression and freedom of spirit. All right, now I did promise that I would show you how to do the comb or stalk of the bamboo. Okay, for this I'm going to use a soft brush. Soft brushes are made out of rabbit or goat hair. They do not have the flexibility or the bounce that a hard brush has. What I did was I separated the hairs and I removed the water till there's just about one drop of water in the brush. And you can see how flat it is. And I'm going to take my small brush and paint, this is not a lesson in painting the brush, but anyway, I'm going to paint both sides of that brush with ink. And so now we have water in the middle and ink on both sides. And then very gently, I'm going to dip the brush into the water and then squeeze it back and forth a couple of times to just incorporate that a little bit. Now, if you think that that's too big a stroke, you can just push the hairs together a little bit, okay? And then just tap it, make sure we don't have too much. And then you're going to start at the top of the paper and notice the angle that the brush is held. And again, always hold on to the paper because it can slide away from you just when you're in the midst of your masterpiece and then you go, oh no, what happened? So starting off the paper, we're going straight down at an angle, straight side to side and flicking up. And then side to side, back in the middle, a leaning, and then flick up. We're going side to side, go back to the middle, and then off the paper. 3 strokes are nice. If you have a taller, longer sheet of paper, you would do 5. Don't do 4, because that in Chinese does not sound like a good thing. So we never want to do 4. And also artistically, 4, is too even. Okay, so that's how we do the bamboo very quickly. I'm going to show you how to do the joint stroke, press, come around, and then we're going to do the stems, which now you're brilliant and know how to do. And then we can take our orchid bamboo brush and get a few leaves going on. And if you want, you could get some at the top of the painting. Voila. Okay, bamboo.